The other night, I went to buy grilled meat at Area 1. In this part of the world where I come from, Africa, Nigeria, we call it suya. As a tradition, the sellers were generously dipping the suya into the spices and handing it out to me as a trial test. I had the option to taste from as many vendors as I want before I make a decision on who to actually close sales with. That's exactly what a side hustle does for you. You are at liberty to test your ideas in the lowest manner before deciding to go all in. Side hustle will enable us to flex our potentials. When you go all in a business without having another income, your energy comes across differently. Your decision making will be altered. A lot at stake. Of course, you can go all in if you have enough capital. But for most people, it's not feasible. That's why it's called side hustle. So if you're wondering how to actually do it, of course, that's what this video is for. How to start a side hustle. The first thing you need to do if you want to stay in your job but find a different kind of income is to answer these questions. I have 10 questions for you to answer. If you're able to answer these 10 questions, then you are good to go. The first question you need to ask yourself is, why do I need a side hustle? To some, the answer to this question could be the most obvious. More income, self-employment, achieving a financial goal, and so on. The need to dive in deeper to the reason you want to start a side hustle is crucial. When you start with an end goal in mind, it's much easier to measure your progress. Remember that your side hustle doesn't have to turn into $1 billion idea. It can still be successful if it helps you reach your specific goal. What do you want to achieve in particular with this business? Who do you want to impact? How do you want your life to change with this business? Once you're specific, why you want to start a side hustle will be very clear to you. So in essence, to start a business by the side, consider the reason you want it in the first place. Okay? That your friend is doing it and making money is not a valid reason to. Just like every good thing in life, starting a business is most likely to have little bump here and there. And there, your why is one of the reasons you will stay motivated. I made a video on how to stay motivated in business. The link will be on the description box below. I'm sure it will help. So let's get to the second question you need to answer if you want to start a side hustle. How to start a side hustle. What skill do you already have? What skill do you have already? I see people trying to learn new skills to start a side hustle. I'm like, come on, you only have 24 hours a day and a job already. Where is the time coming from? What happens to your already existing abilities? Many a times we take what we know for granted and think it's not a worthwhile skill. Take a deep look at your previous experiences to determine your strongest skill. According to Nick Loeb, the founder of Side Hustle Nation, to find inspiration for what service to provide, try looking at problems you've already overcome yourself. When you want to supplement your income, start a side hustle. Use the skills, knowledge, and tools that you currently have. What do I mean? If you're a stay-at-home mom, oh yeah, that's a full-time job there. You probably cook a lot of foods and you enjoy doing that. Then start cooking and delivering to people as a side hustle. Another instance is, you know how to braid hair. In fact, you do that for free most times for family and friends. Why not start charging a fee? And boom, you've got yourself a side hustle. Another instance could be your job requires use of Microsoft or maybe Excel. What happens to teaching people how to do that, either as a course or content marketing? The truth is that it's really hard to compete in a market where you're not already good at. But if you're willing to give it 3 to 5 years to get good at what is lucrative, sure, go ahead and do that. My point still remains that you have what it takes within you and time waits for no one. It's the currency here on earth. And that leads us to our next point on how to start a side hustle, the questions to ask. To start a side hustle, the third question you need to ask yourself is, do I have the time to commit to the growth of this business? Because it's called side hustle does not mean it does not require time. I will challenge you to think deeper. Take a close look at your schedule. Do you really have the time to give to this business? How good is your time management skills? What deadline can you create for each stage of your project? From generating ideas, locating customers, starting outreach, or launching small, concrete deadline on your calendar can nudge you into action. Remember, you have obligations already. Which activity can you sacrifice to get this business off the ground? Will you be able to have a work-life balance after launching this business? Very important, you need to think about it. Once you are able to answer all these questions, once you are able to maximize your time, then you're most likely good to go. I made a video on how to maximize your time. The link will be down here on the description box too. The bottom line is, make sure you're investing your time on the activities that matters the most. The fourth question on my list is, how passionate are you about this new idea? Of course, side hustle is one big accelerator to help you achieve your financial goal. Not just that, it can be the key to making ends meet, paying off debt, and saving and investing more, or even breaking free from your day job. But to give yourself the best chance of success, you need to do what you like. I understand passion is overrated in business, but it's still as valid as ever. Business success happens only when the right skill meets the right interest area. Choosing the right side hustle for your personality and skill set is important. Don't just dabble into it. Passion is what fuels productivity. It makes you resilient. Your passion is like a shield, like an umbrella when it's raining. So you should better be strong enough to hold not just the rain, but the storm. Okay? Then the next question you need to ask yourself if you want to start a side hustle, like if you're trying to know how to start a side hustle, is can you make money off this idea? Many a times, people are very shy about putting a fee on their skills, but you have to put a price on what you do. When people pay for it, they pay attention. As long as you're solving a problem, being able to make money off anything makes it a business. You need to devise a means to monetize, else you're not yet in business. Of course, every skill is monetizable in this time and age. It's left for you to figure out how. If you cannot find the answer to this question, then look for another ability of yours. There's really no point wasting time, resources, and energy on a dead-on-arrival idea. Finding the right side hustle for you is making sure you can make money doing it. As always, I made a video on how to know if you're ready to own your own business. The link will be on the description box below. So my next question for you is, have you subscribed? Have you subscribed to Skill Faculty channel? This channel. You need to take advantage of all these free lessons here related to business and personal development skills. It's okay to share to someone who might need it. Let's get to the real one. The next question you need to ask yourself and answer it if you want to start a side hustle is, are you willing to start small? Start small and don't invest right away. When you hear easy does it, it applies to side hustle too. Bear in mind that it's a side hustle, you're still testing your suya. You're not sure, so it's not time to quit your God-given job. Most importantly, start now, not tomorrow. Making small steps to launch a side hustle today puts you well ahead of those who will start tomorrow. Take it one step at a time and see how it unfolds. That idea sounds so good, but it does not mean you should invest all your life savings. You need to validate it first with at least 1 to 10 paying customers. I made a video on how to validate your business idea. The link will be on the description box. Slowly growing your side hustles allow you to make adjustments as you go, which is much less risky than going all in immediately. So take it one day at a time. The next question I have for you, the 7th question I have for you if you want to start a business, if you want to start a side hustle, is, are you willing to make it a legitimate business? Because it's a side hustle does not mean it's not a business. It's the late Kite Hansen that says attitude is everything. So I urge you to watch your attitude towards your side hustle. Don't say it's just for extra income. You never know. It might turn to be huge tomorrow. To succeed, you must look at your side hustle as a real business, not just something you are doing as a hobby. Things like business name registration, trademark, and the rest should not be overlooked, more especially bank account. You should be ready to separate your business and personal finance. Then maintain proper record. Invest in website. Your website is your best opportunity to make money while you are at work. It's passive, so spend time and money to make it great and maximize profit. The 8th question you need to answer if you want to start a side hustle is, are you ready to define a clear goal? Never enter a battle ill-equipped for the challenges you will be facing. Just as you have decided to start, you should set a goal, then create a system to drive it down. Prepare for the long haul. There's absolutely nothing wrong with dreaming big. As a matter of fact, it's commendable. But when it comes to actually making your side hustle to succeed, you need to break it down. Else, you'll be overwhelmed. Set realistic goals. I'm trying to emphasize on popular entrepreneurs saying, dream big, start small. From 1 customer to 2 customers, 3rd customer, 4th, 5th, and the number goes up and up. You need to start with very small incremental goals, then on to the next, then the next, okay? You're most likely to get overwhelmed with everything that needs to be in place before handling that many customers. When you aim at 500 to 1,000 at launch, is it feasible? Easy does it, darling. That's why it's called a side hustle. Make sure to test your suya bite by bite so you don't get choked. I recommend the SMART Goal Criteria Management by iComputer Drunker. SMART is the acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Also, I recommend you read Atomic Habits by James Clear to master how to break your goals into systems. I have read the book cover to cover and I made a video on what I like and learned from it. The link will also be on the description box. You might also consider watching how to write a one-page business plan using business model canvas. The link will be on the description box too. So much prescription today. Anyway, it's not my fault. I just want to make sure you and your business grow. I'm your business doctor. So let's get to the 9th question you need to ask yourself on how to start a side hustle. If you want to start a side hustle, are you ready to set boundaries with your present job? Before you actually start your business, it's important to determine whether you're allowed to run a side hustle under your employment agreement. Here in this part of the country, many employers don't have any rules against running a side hustle, as long as you pursue it on your own time and use your own equipment. In all, you need to avoid getting fired from your job. Nothing beats steady income. It's unethical to work on your side hustle during company work hours. Neither is it honorable to use company's resources to advance your side hustle pursuits. So my point here remains to set boundaries. If you resume 9 to 5, fix your side hustle on or before the time, bearing in mind that where your main job stops, there your side hustle begins. Don't be afraid to delegate when necessary. It may seem hard, but with determination, it will get better. Starting a side hustle is tough, I agree. But history has it that the best time to build a business is when you have a full-time job that covers all your living expenses. Don't let anyone discourage you, okay? I'm here for you. Ask me any business-related question, and I won't hesitate to reply you immediately on the comment section, okay? These are okay. How to start a side hustle? The last question to ask yourself and answer it. Of course, in no particular order, is how much is your startup cost? Consider the financial implication related to your side hustle. You want to start. The best way to get a sense of what they are is to speak with people running similar type of business, on or offline. Every side hustle has different startup costs. Of course, the cost of rendering freelancing service can't be the same with running a product-based side hustle. The essence of answering this question is to enable you get hold of what awaits you financially, so you don't quit and waste time and resources. If you answer everything but not ready to commit financially, then you're most likely going to hold on or start and stop halfway. 10 questions you should ask yourself is, the first one is, why do I need a side hustle? The second one is, what skill do you already have? The third one is, do I have the time to commit to this side hustle? The fourth one is, how passionate are you about this side hustle? The fifth one is, can you make money off it? The sixth one is, are you willing to start small? The seventh one is, are you willing to make it big? The eighth one is, are you willing to define a clear goal? The ninth one is, are you willing to set boundaries with your present job? The last but not the least question to ask yourself on how to start a side hustle is, how much is your startup cost? In conclusion, if you have answered the above questions, congratulations. You are way ahead of many. I want you to know that this side hustle is your own, so you should make it a priority. We have so many failed businesses today due to lack of grit, genuine interest and determination. You don't want to become another statistic on business failure. Stop perishing, get yourself the right knowledge, and most importantly, take action, because action breeds clarity. And until next time, I will see you in another video. Bye!
Skill Faculty is geared towards teaching, promoting and empowering you with the skills needed to become a better version of yourself in all ramifications. Skill Faculty, we are on the side of skill.